SportsTissueBox.com.
SportsTissueBox.com.
Get your SportsTissueBox.com.
Football season is here, and what better way to commemorate the season than to grab your sports tissue box now at sportstissueboxes.com. Whether you're celebrating the thrill of victory or agony defeat, sports tissue boxes are there for both young and old. Grab your sports tissue box now at sportstissueboxes.com.
Call them, baby, the Mets are here.
Right here for you.
Regain your financial freedom by grabbing the book 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, an Amazon bestseller written by none other than Dr. Boyce Watkins. Grab the book now. Also, heating up summer 2023, B1 the movie, starring Dr. Claude Anderson, Madam President, and Riza Islam. Atlanta, Georgia, get ready. The All-Black National Convention is coming your way October 2023. We had the privilege of attending an All-Black National Convention. It was an absolutely life-changing experience. To get a free Dr. Boyce Watkins Black Business School training on how to make money without working, text the word STOCK to 31996.
That chapter.
Yeah.
And move forward. Mark Curry. Let's talk about this one, man, because he put a whole video out the other day talking about that, Diddy gave his publishing back, but it's not worth money. I'll read the caption under this video. I'm not going to play none of the video, but I'll read the caption. He put, Diddy gave back the publishing, so what? It has no value. I want him to give me $1 million cash. Then I can plan the rest of my life out well. That's Mark Curry, former bad boy. Had him on the show maybe once or twice. What was your thoughts on hearing that? Because when go ahead, I'll let you go. Go ahead.
You can go ahead, brother, if you want.
Well, real quick, and I'll let you go in, man.
Yes, sir.
I was like, all right. First, I gotta look at your claim to say it has no value. I had to just research that claim. If you guys can remember the original headline that came out, they were saying that Diddy sold the publishing. Right. First of all, it was in works since 2021,
Right.
But they're saying that he sold the publishing after he got a 9-figure offer for the publishing.
Right.
So if it's not worth any money,
Right.
why did he turn on the offer?
Right.
For one, I just wanted to start it with that right there. And then I'll let you go after that. That's all.
No problem. So, to say publishing's not worth anything is one of the most idiotic statements you can make, right? Because this is how artists collect their royalties, and this is why people's masters are so important to them, especially when touring dries up and the fame dries up. If they're out there still making money off the music that was created, they want a piece of that, right? Because that's where the nuts and bolts of the value is of it. So a brother like Mace, Diddy's most famous artist,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
2.8 monthly listeners to this day, is going to see a handsome amount of royalties per month owning his publishing. This is why you don't hear Mace saying that publishing ain't shit. I want $1 million in cash, because he know he's good.
They announced it. Remember, Cameron announced it. They was happy.
Celebrate. But then when you got a brother like Mark Curry, who did what? Bad Boys for Life, I think. Bad Boy for Life was charted 13 on UK Jingles charts in 2009.
Right.
Asking for royalties and publishing is not good enough. You're damn right, because you're not making any money right now off the song or off the music, which makes sense why you wouldn't want royalties. And here's my issue with Mark Curry. And this is why I think this is some sucker shit.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just going to call it out for what it is.
Definitely.
Didn't have a problem with the brother at all. You know what I mean? Listen, or he had the book out. We had him on. He seemed like a humble brother, seemed like a good brother, seemed like he was cool. Didn't fuck with Diddy for whatever his reason. And that's not why we liked him. He was telling his truth. That's why we liked him at the time. That's what we thought.
Yep.
Then he reaches out saying, take all the videos down, because he's trying to get back in Diddy's good graces.
Yeah, he did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Only this kind of shit happens to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. It's like, goddamn. So you want us to take all the videos down, and I'm just calling a spade, because you wanted to get back in his brother's good graces. This was years ago. We said nothing about it. Nope. And now we see a video that is now went viral. You put yourself back out there in the media because you were doing your humble thing. You put yourself back out there, and now we hearing that it's not shit. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come on and clear your side up with a story. Hopefully you won't tell us to take the video down later.
Can't take this one down. You don't own it.
Right.
You know the last one where he was being nice.
Right. But yeah, I agree with everything you just said, man. He gave the publishing back to Biggie Faith Evans, anybody, you know, so it's like people like that, they're going to make more money than you. So maybe that's what he's saying, but it's like, does he owe you $1 million? Maybe if he do, let us know.
Then he owe you $1 million.
Does he owe you $1 million, right? And if he do, that's one thing, but if he don't, like, come on, man. You know, come on. So, you know, the whole publishing thing, like you said, publishing is worth money. It just depends on the artist. If it's some artist who had 1, 2 hits, and nobody really rock with them like that, it might not mean nothing to you. But somebody like a Mace, a Faith Evans, a Biggie, who probably still getting about 112, they got, you know, tons and tons of classic songs, is going to mean a little bit more to them. And plus, publishing is going to be, it may not pay well now, it might pay well later. You know, sometimes people pass away. You know, things happen. You know, you can get popular some other way, and now your publishing begins to take off. Look at YNW Melly. That whole case, you know what I mean? When this case was going on, it shot through the roof, and I'm probably sure it's still going like that. You know, people all over the world, you know, who got publishing. So, you know, again, invitation's open. If you want to have a man-to-man talk, come on here and explain that more. But right now, I think he's just being a little, you know what I mean, salty.
Period.
Of the situation. Now, if it's a situation where, and I'll clear this up, all those years you weren't getting your publishing because Diddy was holding it hostage, that's another story.
Right.
You should have sued him. Do what you're going to do. You should have signed, you know. And that's another thing, man. People got to learn business. Even though we all make mistakes, you got to understand that when you're going into a situation to have your paperwork right.
Right.
You have to. So.
And it's no beef. It's all love. That man did nothing to us personally for us to sit back and take anything personal at all. It's just the way you went about certain things, and now the way you're doing it, it seems like you salty, bro. And it went public. We a media platform. We gonna talk about it, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yep.
So, last on the agenda today has been a great show. Shout out to Oh God Hip Hop News Uncensored. Subscribe and follow the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast on all audio, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all the audio networks, man, and follow us over there. But